Okay, we are live again, and we're going to hopefully get through tonight. I've been working on this thing with the people over at Webinar Jam for the last, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, and so hopefully everything is going to work out. And two, that everybody can see the screen. Make sure that everything's going out here. I am going to go into real quick on my phone to make sure everything is working and working fine. If you can hear me and see me, I see some people in. Somebody says, sounds good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I see people checking in. We're going to give everybody just a minute to check in. Before we get started, I want to make sure everything is working fine. Let me go ahead and flip through some screens. We've got Dana with the Jam Session Tech Support on with us tonight, and I greatly appreciate her taking time out of her schedule. Their tech support is really, really good, and she was going to sit in on the training tonight to see if there's anything out of the ordinary that she sees on their end. And one of the problems is we all know we went through a switch, and we did not change webinars. We stayed with the same webinar, and so there was a few glitches that they said that had occurred, and hopefully they got that worked out and everything works fine tonight. But it looks like those that have checked in can see. Just let me know real quick, make sure everybody can hear me. And of course, if you would, get out of Facebook and get out of all those things that drag down your bandwidth. And we'll get started here in about another minute. Kenny Dutton says he can see fine. Let's see here. I'm going to check in myself, see what's rolling here. I see the screen fine. There you go. Looks good. How you doing, Ed? And hopefully the screens will change tonight. If you see anything that's happening immediately, let me know. Like I say, we've got Dana from Tech Support that's also helping. We're hoping we don't have to redo a webinar and everybody sign up for it. That's our last resort, and they've been very, very helpful in working with me. Many hours this last several days. So, but we know that everything's working well. Let's go ahead and get started. It's going to be the same training we tried to start last week for 45 minutes and just could not get off the ground. And we're going to go ahead and get started here and rock and roll. For everybody that's new, if you've never been to our trainings before, my name is Kerry Miller, and it's always a pleasure and a privilege. I've been doing the App Wizard Studio trainings now for just over 5 years. And so if you have any questions during the training, please feel free to ask. And tonight we're gonna go back and one more time we're gonna talk about local Facebook marketing, building leads with local Facebook marketing, driving people into your apps and into the marketing platform. And I'm going to talk about that here in just a minute. So let's go ahead and get going. And I'm not going to spend too long on the prologue. Let me know. I just switched screens. I want to make sure everybody sees that I switched screens. That was one problem we had last week. I switched screens and it never did switch. Matter of fact, I'm going to reconnect here and I'm going to go back in live and we'll just, okay, looks like that screen switched. And we'll keep rolling. Kenny Dutton, if you see any problems, if you would, I've got my phone sitting in front of me. If you would just ding me, I'd greatly appreciate it. That wasn't Kenny Dutton, but I did get a bing. And I will watch my phone here and make sure that I get those messages. But this is our App Wizard Studio Mastermind group. If you are a member of App Wizard Studio and you've not joined the group, I highly recommend that you join the group and come on board with the group and be a part of the App Wizard family inside the group. A lot of great things happening there. A lot of good information. We do also training inside the group. When people ask questions, we'll do a quick video or Facebook Live or many different things to make sure that everybody is taken care of immediately. And as always, if you have any technical support questions, go into the tech support side and you'll be fine. Quick, just a disclaimer, App Wizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you are watching training, you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics, and different desires. Go through this again. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I read it last week. This is a post that Josh Bartlett put in the his Facebook group for ThriveCart, a product that I use, a product that I actually love. And so I just wanted to share this with everybody because I think this is important. And last week and this week, actually every week, I have this conversation with a lot of people. It's very important that you keep things simple. The biggest problem I see that people have when launching this business is the fact that they make it way, way too complicated. They have too many road bumps that you're trying to get over, and way too many hurdles that unnecessary hurdles that they put up. And this really hit home when I read it. I emailed it over to Woodrow and I said, hey, I'm going to talk about this on training. This was last week, and so I wanted to share it again. The number one mistake software companies make, and put yourself in there as a software company, you can say marketing company, you can call it whatever it is. This is the same for every business. Is trying to be everything to everyone. Every time you add a feature, you add complexity for your users. People don't want features. They want solutions. And that is the one thing that you can go out and sell with our platform is solutions to problems. You don't need every trick and every third-party software and every single bell and whistle to go out and allow someone to be able to grow their business using the solutions that you bring to them. The trick is engineering every single feature in such a way that it helps the people who want it with as much power and ease as possible, whilst never getting in the way of the people who don't want to use it. And, you know, so many times we get in our own way when we go out and we try to sell a product. We've loaded it up so much and we've tried to sell so much that we get in our own ways. Platforms usually make the mistake of growing outward, and in doing so, they lose the key benefits that drew customers to them in the first place. Your number one product in App Wizard Studio, your number one product and your number one priority that you should be making sure that everybody is using and is on is the marketing platform. You can go out and sell apps all day long, and they're powerful and they're great, but without marketing around that app, it's just another app. It's just like a website. If a website's not properly SEO'd, and we know that Google changes every single day, but if you just depend on Google and SEO to bring people to your website, you're not going to get customers. You have to market that website. You have to keep that website in front of your customers and your clients. You have to make sure that you use the tools that's before you. And first and foremost for us, the nucleus of your product should be the marketing platform. We just integrated MailChimp, which is, I tell you what, I've been using MailChimp a lot with a lot of things that I'm working on right now. And I absolutely love it. I mean, it's a powerhouse program. And if you've not gotten into that using the app in the MailChimp, you're really missing out. Jack of all trades and therefore become the master of none. They become bloated and confusing. They may excel in some areas, but only at the cost of others. Software should be seen as a precision tool that achieves a specific purpose reliably and effectively. And I'm here to tell you, in fact, without question, the marketing platform coupled with the mobile app gives you that precision tool that will achieve that specific purpose reliably and effectively, bringing customers back into that business, and or like I was talking to Tom Hattori today out in Las Vegas, who's doing an app for some shows out there. The number one thing that show wants to do is what? Reach out and touch people. That's all they care about. How do I continually keep my show in front of people to let them know that I'm here every week and come out and spend money and come out and see us so that they keep my name up on the headline? That's all that anybody worries about, is how do I get customers back in? And the only way to do that is have a specific purpose that's reliable and effective. And that's exactly what the marketing program does. Any good tool has a primary and clear focus and achieves that goal in the best possible way for its users. Trying to add every tool together is not the answer to making a platform better. It's the path to the end of its usefulness. Do not overcomplicate what you have. The biggest mistake you will make, and I promise you, I see it almost every day, is allowing and putting those roadblocks up in front of yourself that allows you to stumble and fall, and you never get up off the ground to be able to get to where you're wanting to go. So I just wanted to share this with y'all. This was probably one of the best posts on Facebook I've ever seen in my life. It opened my eyes. It took me back 5 years ago when I first started that I couldn't sell a thing. I couldn't sell any apps. I couldn't do anything. I was confusing not only the customers, I was confusing myself because I was failing. And I launched the business card and started selling the business card. And guess what? Everything turned around. I'll never forget when Will Sims called me and said, man, I started selling the business card. And then he said it turned everything around for me. Roger Pineda started selling the business card 4 years ago, and it turned his business completely around for him. He's done over 700 now. We're going to talk about Facebook and local marketing. And Facebook, we've talked about Facebook about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Then we brought on the MailChimp. We had to have the MailChimp training. And we talked about building your own list that you can go out and sell. You can use Facebook tied in with your marketing platform and the mobile app and everything put together to do local marketing for the businesses in your area, okay, that you can sell weekly, monthly, every 6 months. However you want to do it, you can sell to your customers in your area. A lot of times we say, okay, I'm going to go out and set this customer up. I'm going to set this customer up. I'm going to set this customer up. And then 3 out of the 5 say no because they don't want an ongoing program. But what if you went out using Facebook and you built a very powerful text marketing list and a very powerful email list that you can now market to, and you can walk into XYZ restaurant in town and you say, hey, John, you know, I was in here several weeks ago or several months ago or whenever it was, and I was talking to you about your marketing. We've come up with a new program where we can reach out to 6,000 people in this area within a 3 to 5 mile radius and specifically target them with your business. When would you like to set up your campaign? Now, I want you to notice something when I said that. I didn't say, when do you want to get started? I didn't say, is this something that interests you? I asked him immediately, when do you want to set your campaign? Okay, his campaign. Not, hey, when would you like to get started? Started doing what? When do you want to set up your campaign? You've already told him what it was. You've already told him how it's going to solve his problem. It's going to reach out to customers in the area. It's going to bring customers into his business, and it's going to cost him XYZ dollars. That's all been laid out. There is no thinking about this. There is no large, big sales process. You know what the price is going to be. You're either going to charge $50 for 2,000 or 3,000 going out. You're going to charge $150, whatever your price is, whatever you want to get for that, whatever that you think that's worth to your clients. You can go out every single week and sell the marketing to that list. Why? Because you own that list. You own the list that you built. You own the email list that you built. You control what goes to that list. And now you can go out and you can sell that list. Now, how do you drive those leads to that list? One of the best ways is through Facebook. How many of you have on the call right now have ever gone out and searched your area to see how many people are on Facebook in the town that you live in? Is there anybody on here that's ever done that? Is there anybody that's listening right now that's ever gone into Facebook and said, hey, how many people can I reach out to within a 10-mile radius of my town, or within a zip code around this business, and how many people can I reach out to? I think you would be surprised, and we're fixing to do that here in just a minute. I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. One thing I'm not going to do tonight, because they're doing some testing in the background, and they tried to did Jerry, you missed several of my Facebook trainings because I showed you how to do this, but I'm going to show you how to do it again tonight too. They asked me to try to not change too many websites tonight so that they're tracking every single thing. The tech support team is to make sure that everything is working right, that they've got everything fixed right in our thing. But we are going to go into Facebook. Matter of fact, we'll go there in just a moment. But Facebook for Business is huge, okay? Facebook for Business is huge. If your businesses that you're dealing with, number one, you're missing out on money. Number two, a business needs a Facebook page if you're going to do local marketing for them. But you've got to have a Facebook page in order to send out advertisement, especially local advertisements. You've got to have that Facebook page for that local area, so when people go to it, they kind of know what's going on. Local business promotions are a great way to quickly and easily find new customers by showing ads to groups of people who are near your business's neighborhoods. Create a promotion right from your Facebook page via the promote button on the left side of the page. All you need to do is set a budget, okay? Choose a photo and create an engaging message for the people in your area. Facebook does the rest. With a local business promotion, you can find and connect with your local audience with the most locally relevant ad format. This ad format not only allows people to understand the unique value of your business offers, but it also allows them to get more local context, like proximity to your store. Two main features with local marketing, and this local marketing I'm talking about is where you promote your business locally, okay? We're going to do this a little bit different, but I want to show you how easy it is to reach out to the local area to promote business. If you use that particular instance, they can get directions right from the ad, call to action buttons, connect with the local audience to help drive offline sales, choose from get directions, call now, learn more, or they can even send a message via Facebook Messenger. How many of you are using Facebook Messenger right now in your business? Are any of you using Facebook Messenger in your business now? Anybody at all? Three or 4 months ago, I started using Facebook Messenger. 90% of my text messages for my business now goes through Facebook Messenger. And the reason I like Facebook Messenger is two reasons. One, you can see when they read the message. And two, you can do a lot more with video and things that's all connected to show things, help with problems, tech questions, and all that. So if you're not using Facebook Messenger, I highly recommend that you go and you get your link to Facebook Messenger. It's http://m.me/whatever your name is. Okay. You can use it with a page if you have a page ID, but use Facebook Messenger. It is an exceptional tool, and everybody's on Facebook. You will find very few people that aren't on Facebook. Help reach more potential customers locally. Local business promotions help you reach the most people around your business location. And with more local context like the new map card, call now and get directions button, They can help drive more potential customers through your doors and increase sales for your business. Now, this is your clients, okay? This is your clients. Reaching people locally is important as it allows you to connect with people interested in your business offerings, not just the ones that will click on your ad, okay? We see things today that we may not react to or act on, but we may react to or act on a week from now. You know, I'm big on going out to restaurants. I love going out to restaurants. I eat out all the time. And I'll see something on Facebook, and then I'll be in Dallas, and I say, man, I'm going to go to that restaurant. Let me look it up. And I might have saw it a month ago. But because I saw somebody check in there, and I saw what the restaurant was, and they were bragging about how good the food was, I'll go there. You know, what we see kind of gets embedded in our brain, especially when it's things that we like. And people that are constantly on Facebook, these local ads will start branding in their brain. It's kind of like your brand. You want your brand out in front of people, these local ads will start getting those brands out to people. Local business promotions have been very effective, a great return on investment. We intend to run them continuously as part of our ongoing marketing campaign. Lila Owens, owner of Cupcaking Bake Shop. Facebook ads are where you want to be. Now let's go over here. Don't check out early, buddy, because I'm here. Let me pull up Facebook. We're going to go right into Facebook tonight. Right into Facebook tonight. I just got a text from tech support, and she said everything looks good on the back end. Can everybody still hear me good? Everybody still see everything okay? Everything's still looking good from y'all's viewpoint? Obviously, you know, this is Facebook. This is your Facebook profile, but this is not what we're really interested in, okay? Let's go over here to commerce. We'll use the commerce. Let's see. Let me see if the Hunt County. Oops. Okay, birthday page, okay? You know, you do have a volume control on your computer or on your phone that you can turn down the volume. It's a technology that came out of many years ago called volume control. So if I'm loud, then turn down your volume, because I can't turn down the volume on this end. It's impossible. I don't have that technology. But this is the birthday page. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to add. And right here, you see this little down arrow? We're going to come over here. Now my microphone's on a boom. It stays in the same place every week. It never moves. Okay, so right here, we're going to look at engagement. Okay, right here. Now, we're going to go to engagement. Because what we want people to do, we want people to engage with our ads, okay? We want people to engage with a post. So we're going to say post engagement, and I'm going to call this test post engagement. We're going to go continue. This isn't the ad we're going to use. I'm going to walk you through tonight the different pieces of setting up an ad. Okay. Now, one thing you can do is you can use the save custom audience. Okay. Here's audiences that I've built before on different things that I've done. Let's see here. What is that one? That's a video program that I sold. Trying to get this to where you see the whole thing. You can see I had an engagement of 2,100 people. Here was a test. I don't remember what that test was for a website. I had 70 people engaged, 70, less than 20 on whatever this was. This was a while back, and 70 people there. So this was mostly tests. This right here was actually a product that I sold, Facebook video player training, and did pretty well on that, and was very, very, very targeted. So what I want to do, I want to hit everyone in this location. Now, you can do several things here. You can do people who live in this location, people whose home is within the selected area. This is the thing that we're going to use. People recently in this location, people whose most recent location is within the selected area. That means maybe they were here, that their Facebook GPS pinged here. Maybe they were going to college here and they're no longer going to college. And that's why I like to hit people who live in this location, because most of the kids, when they go to college here, they switch their Facebook over to Texas A&M Commerce, and it shows them living in the location. Or people who's traveling in this location, people whose most recent location is within this selected area, whose home is more than 125 miles away. What happens here is if somebody's like driving through, and for instance, this is a college town, and let's say that mom and dad brings the college kids through here when they drop them off for their freshman year or whatever it is. And they come through here, they just drove through, they didn't come, but when they were here, they had their GPS on their phone, okay? They had their GPS on their phone, and it showed them located in Commerce, Texas. How many of you have had your GPS on your phone, and when you're on your phone, you look at it, and it tells you where you're posting from? Does everybody realize that it will do that, and it tells everybody exactly where you're at? You'll post, and it'll say you're in Commerce, Texas, if that's where you're at. For example, right now I just pulled mine up, and it says I'm in Wolf City. Wolf City is halfway, but I'm halfway between Wolf City and Commerce. Sometimes it says Commerce, sometimes it says Wolf City. But if you have that on, if you have your location on, your phone will pick that up and it will tell people exactly where you are. Same thing as if you walk into a business, it tells them exactly when X out of that and not show when you make a post. But Facebook knows everything about you. Trust me, everything. Okay, so we're going to go everyone in this location. Now, right here, it says United States location. Okay, we're not going to worry about a custom audience right now, okay, or a lookalike audience. We're going to go strictly for marketing in Commerce, Texas. So we're going to take out the United States. We're going to get rid of that, and we're going to go type to add more locations. Now, you can do this one of two ways. You can go Commerce, Texas. And you can see it puts a 20th around Commerce. That gives me a potential reach of about 96,000 people. Now watch what happens when I move this down to a 10-mile radius. It gives me a potential reach of about 17,000 people. This is more realistic for Commerce. Now, this is what you need to know when you are marketing in an area. This is extremely important when you're doing local marketing. If I'm doing local marketing for Commerce, Texas, people don't come from Greenville, Texas to eat in Commerce, Texas. Greenville, Texas is the main hub in the area. And let me just make sure, I want to ask, does everybody, I want to make sure you understand what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about your major marketing hubs. And when you're, and I know we talked about this several weeks ago with the smaller cities. Does everybody remember we had somebody asking the question, how do you reach out to these smaller cities? And I can tell you local Facebook marketing is a great way to do that. But I don't want to waste money building a list in Greenville, Texas for Commerce, Texas, because people aren't going to drive 30 miles from there to here because we've only got 2 major restaurants here. And they're local restaurants. They're not major brands. They're not the big box store. Okay. So people aren't going to drive here for Taco Bell. They've got 2 Taco Bells in Greenville. They're not going to drive here for Sonic. They've got a Sonic in Greenville. They're not going to drive here for Brahms. They got a Brahms in Greenville. So you're marketing for your local area, unless you're in a larger metropolitan area, and Greenville's not really metropolitan, but it's the biggest thing we have out here. I would market from Greenville to Commerce, Texas. So if I wanted to expand my marketing and be able to expand my list to where I can sell more people, I would leave Commerce out of the equation here. Okay. And I would come over and I would type in Greenville, Texas. I want to make sure I didn't lose anybody. Does everybody understand what I'm talking about here? This is very, very important when you're setting up these marketing campaigns. Very, very important. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Does everybody understand that? Does everybody follow me? I don't want anybody to get lost on this. This is extremely important for building you a residual income base using text message marketing and email marketing. Probably this can make you several $1,000s if you do it right. A month. So any questions so far about what I've just talked about and why I've gone to a larger metropolitan area? Somebody just texted me and asked, are we going to finish this tonight? Probably not. This is the most important thing you're going to need to understand, this section right here about building your leads. I'm going to go to Greenville, Texas. Now, let me show you something. Let me move a bit. Now, I can't tell you. On Interstate 30, Royce City going this way is the next biggest town, but you have right in here that you want to make sure you hit. Okay? You've also got 200,000 potential reach within 25 miles of Greenville. Right front row. So everything is accessible. Down here is you have Lake Tawakoni. This is accessible to Greenville. People will come from Quinlan to Greenville, which is only 20 minutes away, okay, because there's nothing to eat down at Lake Tawakoni. So Greenville is my major hub. I could move down to 20 miles. See if that makes a big difference. Keep it within a 20-mile driving distance. Now I can tell you, and that's 110,000 people. This is a great marketing list right here, 100,000 people. Great marketing list. People aren't going to drive from McKinney. People drive from Greenville to Dallas. They're not going to come from Dallas to Greenville. They're going to come from Commerce to Greenville. They're going to come from Quinlan to Greenville. They're going to drive. Paris is actually up here, but people actually come from Paris to Greenville to eat. But that's a little bit out of the marketing radius. I would actually market for Paris, Texas. So I've got a potential reach, okay, of 1,100 to 4,100 people a day with a potential post engagement. And this is the number you need to look at. This is the potential of people signing up for your list per day. Okay, 37 to 160, okay, of 2,500 potential post engagement. 37. So you're going to reach 1,100 to 4,100 people a day. All right. A post engagement of 37 to 1. And all you have to up here, and you can put zip codes. If you want to narrow down, for example, let's say that I'm over here in Dallas. When people say Dallas, they encompass all of this for Dallas. And when they say Fort Worth, they encompass all of this for Fort Worth. But to go into Dallas, you've got Rockwall, you've got Garland, you've got Mesquite, you got Balk Springs, you got a whole bunch of little towns. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that here just a minute. Remind me of that. Don't let me forget that. Okay, so right here, I may want to go to Garland, okay, where Christy Brown lives, okay, and I may want to go over there, and I only want to target. Let me target Garland, Texas, real quick, so I can show you exactly. This is the most important thing for targeting these local areas. Garland, Texas. 25-mile radius, 700,000 people. People aren't going to drive from McKinney to Garland to eat. Not going to happen. So let's bring this way down. Let's bring it down to 10 miles. And you're still going to be amazed. Still a million people. To do in this instance, you want to get a zip code of where the business is. And you want to bring that down as within, 4 or 5 miles. Let's say 3 miles here. They won't let you go 3. So you're going to have to go with a zip code. Okay? You're going to have to go with a zip code. And you're going to have to narrow that down around that zip code. In Garland, there's probably 10 zip codes, maybe more. So find the business, locate the zip code that they're in, not the P.O. Box zip code, because the P.O. Box zip code may encompass several areas, okay? You want the actual business zip code. Kitty was just saying, hey, could you show them what a post engagement is? I will show you real quick. When you run your ads down through here, have any of y'all Facebook ads at all? Anybody here ever ran any Facebook ads? This right here is a post, okay? This is the page, ZenReach. Let me open this in a different tab. We'll break this down way down so people understand this, because this is very important. This is it, okay? What they do is they make a post in their page. Right here's the post. Having a blast on day 3 of whatever they're at, the NRA show. Boost time. This is a post. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to take this post I probably won't be able to find it back in that ad. That post is going to show up as an ad, and it probably won't be the same ad. I'll use this one right here. Okay? In an ad in someone's time. So this Waze right here, this Waze ad is on the Waze business page. Okay? You notice the Waze business page right here. This post is on their page. When you see sponsored right here on your page, that means that is a paid advertisement that someone has put on there. Now, many of you, I do it all the time. And matter of fact, that's how I've relaunched my real estate apps, is because I posted in a real estate group that's not a sponsored ad. I put it in there just by posting, okay, in the groups. But when you see sponsored right here, okay, that means that this is a paid ad, that Waze paid for this ad, just like you're going to pay for your local ads to be seen. So there's paid post. This is a paid post, all right, from the Waze page. And I'm going to just go back over here. Let's see, I'll open this in another link. And maybe it won't go away this time. And this is the Waze page. So this would be your page. This is your specific page, your business page, okay? You make a post and go over to Facebook. You're going to find the post that you made that you want to turn out. And there's the ZenReach ad. Okay, it popped back in. The Waze went away. And it's going to post back over, and you're going to see, people are going to see your ad. Matter of fact, you can see William Bracy, Juan Rodriguez. These are people that are on my friend list. That's why they're showing up there. Okay? And this is the ZenReach that I went to a while ago, the ZenReach page. Does everybody follow that? Very important. This is very, very important that you understand the basics of setting up your ad. Tonight, to get past this, the rest of it's going to fly by. Okay? Any questions on setting up a page, setting up a post, an advertising post, not just a post of just talking about your dogs or your cats or your kids or something, an actual business post. You can see these guys have been at these seminars for a while. All right. Now I can tell you right now, you see this right here? I can guarantee you that this right here, this is when this post was set up for an ad. You can tell by the way they did it. This post was set up as an ad. All right. And this post was also created, and we're going to get into that, probably not tonight. We're going to get into that on the next training. I'm not sure who's texting me from a 609 area code. Does anybody know? Is anybody on here on a 609 area code? So here, ask me am I going to do real estate training? Yes, I'm going to do real estate training again. Now let's get back over here to our ads manager. And Kitty, did Kenny just ask about the voice distortion? Did somebody just ask about voice distortion when I changed the pages? Okay, so we're back over here. And this right here, post engagement, means when someone clicks on your particular ad, okay, if they click on that within your page, and I'll show you here, page, a post, here's one right here. If I engage in this in any way, if I hit sign up, I don't know who that is. So thank you, Kenny. So if I hit sign up, I just created a post engagement. Okay, that created a post engagement. So that just, when I hit that button, and when you hit those buttons on there, I'm going to think about this within your own doing business on Facebook. When I clicked on that button, that was a post engagement. And if they're getting 3 cents a post engagement or 2 cents a post engagement or whatever it is, that just cost them 2 cents for me to do that. So every time you click on a post, an advertising post, that costs the advertiser, or in this case, Servata to money. Same thing with you. Okay, it costs you money because these are paid ads. So let's get back over here to Greenville, Texas. Now you can see here you don't want to market to 1 million people, not for a local business. Okay, not for a local business. People are not going to drive from Plano unless it's just an absolute killer meal. Now they will drive from Plano down here into downtown Dallas to eat, but they're not going to drive from Plano to Garland unless it's a kicking a restaurant, which I don't know of any kicking restaurants in Garland. So, but let's go back over here back to Greenville, Texas. Does everybody follow me on setting up the locations? I want to make sure if everybody can just say yes, so I know at least you're hearing me, or say no, so I can explain it better. Everybody understanding? Okay, awesome. So let's go back up here. We're going to put Greenville, Texas. Let's bring this to 20 miles. And now we're going to look at our age group. This right here is extremely, extremely, extremely important. Okay? When you're sitting down and you're talking to businesses, you need to know what the age groups are. For example, in my hometown in Commerce, Texas, I'm not going to go market to the 2 upscale restaurants in our area. I'm not going to walk in and market probably that 18, 19-year-old market, okay? Because the majority of that market doesn't have the $60 it takes to go in there and eat, all right? That's more of we got probably 10 burrito stands here and taco stands and some other places, local places, that market is perfect for. So if you're doing local individual business markets for a business, you need to ask them, what is your average age group that comes in? The money is usually there somewhere between that, 28 to 45-ish to 65-ish. Ask them what their demographics are. That way you can narrow down the demographics for that particular business. Now, for ours, because we're going to be hitting what? We're going to be hitting clothing stores. Kids buy clothes. They buy their own clothes, or their mom and daddy in Commerce, for example, send them money to buy clothes. Now, most of them buy clothes at Walmart. We only have one store in Commerce, Texas that actually sells clothes other than Walmart. Okay. Barbershops. We've got 2 barbershops in our hometown. So that 18 to 65 market would be great for barbershops for the males. So we're going to hit all demographics, age group 18 to 65. But let's say that I only wanted to come in here and my business owner says, hey, my demographic is 30 I want you to watch these numbers on the right-hand side. 30 to 50. Does everybody see these going down? Now I've got a 730 reach to 2,600 and a 24 to 104 of 880 post engagements. And we're going to say men. Now you're going to be amazed at what this does to the numbers. 20 to 110. You see, when I took away all and just did men, the top number went up 760 to 3,000. 710 to 2,500. So, so when you hit all, that's all encompassing. Now, this goes off of the gender that has been placed into someone's Facebook profile. You'll see some Facebook profiles people don't fill out. They'll put that they live in Commerce, but they don't put that they're male or female. Okay? And that's why you see this change over here. That's why you see these changes of these numbers over here. So all encompasses everybody, male and female, and or gender neutral if they didn't put anything in their profile. All right? Does everybody understand that part? Everybody understands setting up an age. We're going to set up 18 to 65. We want all-encompassing, okay? And that's 65 plus, so that does include Kenny Dutton, all right? We want all-encompassing 18 to 65. I've never done this, but I'm let's say Spanish. Let's say we want to look at the Spanish market. Let's say I've never seen this happen. Okay? These are people that speak Spanish. So let's even dig deeper here. And this isn't being stereotypical, but I know from meeting at a couple of places in towns, they do cater to the Hispanic market because they serve authentic Mexican food. It's not Tex-Mex, it's authentic Mexican food. And it's absolutely out of this world. I prefer it over Tex-Mex all day long. So let's say that I want to build a list specifically for the Spanish market, okay, in my area, and I can build that list exclusively, okay, and target market that, and I can go to Pablo's uptown, and I can say, hey, I've got a list that specifically targets the Hispanic market, and I can reach out to 1,100 to 3,700 people a day and have a post engagement of 43 to 210 a day. And I can bring that list to you. Do you not think that they're going to jump all over that? I can promise you, and this is what I'm fixing to say, most businesses, most people, I can't remember who asked the question earlier or said they didn't know how to target market on Facebook. Don't feel left out in the cold. 99.9% of the people don't know you can target on Facebook. That's why companies out there are making a fortune targeting local businesses, because nobody realizes how simple it is and nobody does this. Jerry Dietrich's got he does the evangelical market, okay, the church market out in Florida where he's at. He's built a directory for that. Trust me, churches are a business. Whether you want to say it or not, churches are in business to put people in the pews, okay? That's what they're there for, is to bring people into the church to share the word, and they can't do it unless they help put people in the pews. You can literally go out and target areas for churches, okay? And you don't ever see any churches doing that. And it really amazes me that you don't, because the budget's very small, and this is kind of the door knocking of today, except you're knocking directly on Facebook where they're sitting every single day, and you can invite people to churches. Think what that could do for your directory out there in Florida. You know, I mean, you can literally go out there. Let's say Vacation Bible School is coming up. And I know I'm kind of getting all over the place here, but I want to just show you the power of this. Let's say Vacation Bible School is coming up. And I want to hit, or maybe it's a teen camp or something, 13 to 16. I can reach out to 230 people a day, letting them know that, hey, we're getting ready to have a church camp. Our church is getting ready to have a church camp. And, geez, man, we can reach out to that 13 to 16 market, and we can bring kids into your group and into your camp, get the kids into the church, and you get the parents into the church. And I know that because I was a pastor. Okay? Everybody follow me though at how versatile this just simple, this little simple platform here is and what you can do with it. And these lists that you can build are worth a fortune. So now we find out we can target the Spanish market, those who speak Spanish, those who have placed on their profile that they speak Spanish. Okay? Everybody follow? We can target the Spanish market. We can target everybody, which is what we're going to do. Okay? I'm going to reach out to a potential reach of 110,000 people that they will drive for 20 miles. They got the best rib places in Greenville. All right. And we're going to hit everybody in this location. That's people whose addresses are in this location. Okay. Now let's scroll on down here. Now, we're not going to get into this, but I want you guys, since it was brought up earlier about this section, that's why I'm going in detail. It's a lot more detail than I was going to go, but it's very important that you know this, because this right here is going to drive your marketing platform, which is going to drive your texting revenues, and your texting revenues is your residual income, and your residual income is what pays you every single month for doing something once and setting it up and just letting it go. Residual income, I don't care what business you're in. If you're not in a residual income business, you're going to work your butt off for the rest of your life. You want residual income for one reason, so that you can work hard today and reap the benefits a couple of years from now. When you're not making just $1,000 a month, you're making $30,000 a month from the work that you did 2 years ago. Okay? I'm very passionate about that. So right here, you can get down to detailed targeting. Now, let's say that I want to find some salesmen. Okay, I've got my business going. I want some people that work from home. Maybe I want parents that work from home, or I want some people who have sales in their profile. Maybe they're a salesperson. Maybe they're an entrepreneur, but maybe I'm looking for a salesperson to go out and do what? Sell my leads for me. Okay. Now I'm building this list for myself. This is another list that I'm going to build. Okay. So let's go over here. We'll hit home-based business people, because people like working from home. All right. Very small audience you can see for that area. And this is just an example. We'll go work at home moms. We'll say not a lot of entrepreneurs, people who are interested in a business opportunity, people who are looking to work for themselves. And you can see that the list is growing here, okay? And I can go in and I can build up a list, and I can run some ads off my page to hire sales reps to go out and sell this text marketing packages to these businesses that I'm building the list for. We're not going to set up any specific targets, all right? But you can drill down in this. I recommend that you go in and play with this. And I mean play with it in depth, because you can continue to drill down. This is where, if you want to do birthdays, I can come in. Let's see here. I think it's under behavior. Here's everybody that's got an anniversary that's listed online. This is a great one for restaurants, guys. You want to build a great list? Build up these lists 61 to 90 days out for anniversaries. And market to these people who have an anniversary. In my small area, within the next 61 to 90 days, I've got 2,000 people that are going to have an anniversary. Now, do you not think that a jewelry store would like to set up a, what do you call that? Enter to win for that next 90 days that you could drive people to enter to win a nice diamond ring or a nice watch or something for their anniversary? Absolutely, they would. Okay, so you can drill this down and really get off in here. I can't remember where birthdays is. Birthdays may be under life events. Okay, so right here, I go to demographics and I go to life events. People are in a long distance relationship, new job, birthdays. You can do birthday month or upcoming birthdays. People are going to have their birthday within 1 week. All right, so I can click on that. Let me get rid of this. To me, this is the most amazing thing you can go sell. You can collect these birthdays. Okay, you can collect birthdays. Let's say we're going to do birthdays for June. Birthday month. What month are we in? June? Let's do July. I'm going to get rid of this. 9,300 people within a 20-mile radius of Greenville, Texas is going to have a birthday in July. Do you realize how powerful that list is? What are those people going to do for their birthday? They're going to go out and eat. Now, what if you built a list for each month? And we all know that Facebook grows day after day, and you set up your list, okay? And you sit there and you said, okay, I want to build up July, August, September, October, and each month you build that list. Do you not think that you could walk into a restaurant and say, hey, we've got a great program here where I've got a list of about 6,000 people who's going to have their birthday in July. We've already given away a prize to get them on the list, but we can get them in your restaurant for their birthday dinner. All you need to do is give XYZ and whatever the present's going to be. Is that not powerful or what? Why not have them sign up directly to the birthday program inside of the kiosk? Does everybody follow me with the power of this? How powerful this is? I can only think that this New Jersey must not be on the thing, or he's watching from his phone and he can't type in questions. Okay, does everybody see how that works? Does everybody see how to get to the birthdays? Very powerful, isn't it? This one section right here, this audience and placement and budget and scheduling section is very, very. The other part is easy stuff. Most of you already built a page. You already know how to do that. Okay, we're not going to do any of this right here. We're going to save this audience. Something that way, when you build an, for example, let me show you here real quick. Let's say I'm going to do birthdays in July for Greenville, Texas, 20-mile radius, everyone in that location. I can come down here and I can say, okay, I'm going to save the audience. Green birthday, July. All right. And let's go ahead and put 2017 in there just in case we do another one next year. All right. And I'm going to hit save. And now when I'm going to build an audience. Okay. I can go back in as people become a part of that. I can market to them directly. All right. Now, this is the part that scares people. And does everybody mind if I go another 10 or 15 minutes? Is that okay? Is everybody good with that? I don't want anybody to jump off, be too late. Is everybody okay if I go 10 or 15 more? I really want to finish this last budgeting section, and then we'll continue this training next week. And then the second half of training, I'm going to talk about the real estate program that I've had a ton of calls on. The budgeting section is very simple, okay? All we're wanting is exposure. We don't have to do anything fancy here. We want to get exposure. We want people to see our ad as many times as they possibly can, whether we're running a birthday campaign to get them to sign up for the birthday campaign. Now, understand, you can run as many campaigns as you want. If you want to spend $15 or $20 a week, okay, at $5 for each group, you can go ahead and build your July campaign for birthdays. You can go ahead and build your 18 to 65 general list for your campaign. You can build a list for sales. You can do it all at the same time if you want to. It just depends on how much money you want to do. Okay, let Facebook set the bid that helps you get the most post engagements at the best price, or you can go manual, okay? Manual is $2.20 per post engagement, all right? Impressions, that's how many impressions. Do you want to do impressions or post engagements? I particularly like impressions. Okay, with impressions, and I always select automatic. And I tell you what I've found. A lot of people will say, I don't want to set it on automatic because Facebook's going to run up the prices. But what happens with Facebook is and people can believe what they want. I don't believe that Facebook's out there to gouge people. I think Facebook is out there to help you get the best bang for your buck so that you will continue to spend money with them. Okay? And Facebook algorithm actually keeps your ads in front of people that will most likely engage with that ad. All right? So let's, and impressions is, this is 1,000 impressions. So we can see here, the selection option for your ad. For many optimizations go, you'll pay each time your ad is served, known as an impression. Some optimization goes let you choose between impressions and actions, such as link clicks or post engagements. The recommendations option shown here balances efficient spending of your budget to achieve your objective with easy understanding of your results. I like impressions. Okay. Now, if you go with post engagement, you may get 1,000 impressions or 10,000 impressions and get only one post engagement. So you have to decide which way you want to go. All right. Ad scheduling. Run ads all the time. You can only do the ad scheduling here. Only works with lifetime budgets. Unless you're going to set up a lifetime budget with Facebook, that's not going to work. All right. Delivery type. Standard. Show your ads throughout your selected schedule. This is recommended. Show your ads as quickly as possible. Okay. And this only works with a manual bid. So I'd have to come up here, set a manual bid of $2.20 per post engagement. I would go post engagements here because that's what I'm wanting to do. I want to run the ads all the time, and I want to come down here. Since accelerated delivery shows your ads as often as possible, your average cost may increase and ads may stop delivering before your scheduled end time. All right? But you won't spend more than your budget. Always remember that. You're never going to spend more than your budget. All right? Never. Right here, your daily budget is set at $11. Always, 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 and I learned this the hard way. There's one thing it will do. It will eat. If you put a budget of $10 or $20 or $100, within a few days, their algorithm's going to kick in, and you will spend that much. Set your budget at a very economical $5. Okay? I've got it set on manual down here. Let me go to automatic. See, it gave a red flag up there. That's because my manual said that it's $2. The suggested bid is $2.13, $2.20 per post engagement. And it tells you right here, the budget for this ad set must be at least $11. Please edit your budget, your ad set to enable delivery of your ads. That's because I've got it set to manual down here. Set it to automatic. And we're going to set it to impressions. We'll deliver your ad to as many people as possible. All right. And it's usually about 2 to 3 cents, 1,000, something like that. Your estimated daily reach, 1,700 to 4,500 people. You'll spend no more than 3, the lowest you can go. Okay? And then the next thing we're going to do, and we're going to do that, we'll finish this up next week for the first half, and we're going to go into the real estate app on the second half. Is the page and the post. And that's all we got. No, I'm not going to use what I did. But I will have this all written out. We'll go through it in 30 minutes. Does everybody understand study? Does everybody understand setting up your audience? Saving your audience? This is our new audience. Texas birthday, July. Very, very, very simple to use. I tell you about this like I tell you about App Wizard Studio. Don't be afraid to get back here and break something. You're not going to break anything. All you got to do is refresh the page. Scenario, it's going to freeze up and you're going to refresh the page, but it freezes up. Dennis, what do you mean the commercials I do? When you say commercials. Just I expand on that just a little bit. And then you just start back over. Just go back into engagement. And it's going to pop up. It's going to say, do you want to continue what you already started? Yep, let's go ahead and do that. Welcome back, Carrie. You can continue creating this ad or start a new ad. Whatever you want to do. You're not going to break this. You're not going to break App Wizard Studio. Go in and do it. Okay, any questions while we're right here? Any questions about any? I wouldn't expect this to take this long. Whoever asked about, didn't know how to do it. I want you guys to know how to do this stuff. No. I don't use this with spokesperson videos. No, I don't. Video is a great thing to use. You may want to create a coupon video showing the town or something like that. Video ads are usually cheaper. Video ads usually are cheaper. Facebook really wants you using video as much as you possibly can. But no, I don't use the easy spokesperson videos for these. I create custom videos. More for driving traffic. Any questions at all? Once again, how to get into this? Just go to your Facebook page. Go to this little button right here. Go to create ads right here. Create fundraiser, that's new. That's new. Create ads. And it takes you right into your ads manager. Now, let me tell you something that's great about Facebook. They give you $250 credits. $250 worth of credit. So They charge you on the 1st. If you start your ads on the 15th, you're going to pay on the 1st. If you start your ads on the 1st, you're going to pay the 1st of next month. And they won't shut you off until you reach 250. Now, you've got to put your credit card information in there or your debit card information, and it's going to come out automatically because you owe them. Okay? Now, let me warn you, and I've talked to a couple of people who did this, who tried to take advantage and think that Facebook was going to just figure out that it wasn't them. Okay? Facebook's pretty smart. They tried to get them for several $100s, starting several Facebook campaigns, and then didn't pay them at the end, and they used their IP address, and they can't even access Facebook anymore. And they will get their money. They're gonna get their money. You don't want to do that. That's bad business. So pay your bill and make sure, but they will take it out. Make sure you have the money in there. They will send you a little notice if the money's not there. It'll say, hey, we tried to debit your card and it's not there. And, it's going to hit that afternoon, and they debit it again the next day. All right. But make sure you're paying your bills on time. And there's many things. Go through each one of these and learn what they are. It tells you right here. Send more people to a destination on or off Facebook. Get more post engagements, page like events, responses. Video views. If you want to get video views, I worked for a guy that I was actually going out shooting videos for him at night. I was riding around with him, doing live videos, and he was using video views, and he was getting thousands and thousands of views. And then the company, one of the companies that he was working for, happened to call him and say, you can't put our stuff in your videos, and they shut him down, which is fine. He paid me. Lead generation. Drive more sales leads, such as email addresses from people interested in your brand or business. You can collect leads right inside Facebook, conversions, product catalog sales, and store visits. And, of course, brand awareness. This is very important. All right. Reach. Show your ad to the maximum number of people. The meaning of life is me waking up in the morning, looking in the mirror and say, wow, you're better looking today than you were yesterday. And you're still breathing. And then you go get some ice cream. Any questions? Was this helpful for you guys to be able to set up your ads? Going through this step by step, was this something that was helpful for you? That's going to get you right where you need to be. Do not spend money on Facebook unless you know what you're spending it on. If you're going to do that, write me a check, because it's just like throwing it out the window. Any questions at all? I want to thank the Jam Session Tech Support, Dana, for everything she did to help us or help me and make sure that we were able to go as scheduled tonight. Thank you, Jerry. And I appreciate her hanging here with us. And she obviously did whatever they had to do because it worked tonight. But thank her, Dana. Thank you so much. And thank all y'all. We're going to start right back in this next week. We're going to go right to this next section. This next section will go quick. I've got the graphics all ready to upload and the media and everything. We're going to go right in. We're going to do the creative ad. We're going to put it up, and we're going to turn it on, and we're going to let her go live. And we're going to build a local audience for here in the Greenville area. Okay? I'm going to build the page. We're going to build the page first. We're going to come in. We're going to come right here to format. We already know what our audience ad set's going to be. We're going to set up the ad. We're going to turn it on. And we're going to monitor it live, and we're going to let you guys see it live, and I'll let you guys see the stats on it so you can watch a list actually being built in a live session, okay? Any questions at all? Absolutely. And the second half next week, we will hit the real estate thing. That'll probably take a couple of weeks. We'll hit the first half next week and the second half the next week. All right, thanks everybody for coming out, man. I tell you what, I was so disappointed last week. I'm in a good mood tonight. I'm excited we had training. And we'll see everybody next week. And if you have any questions, hit us up in the Facebook group, or hit me up on Facebook Messenger, and be more than happy to work with you and get things taken care of. Have a great end of your week, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday.